My name is Vawzen, and this is Vawzen's Vault. I'm going to be posting content pretty much on everything about my life, Vawzen, and the future of Vawzen. If you don't know what Vawzen means, it is a word that I have created, right? It is slowly getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but I don't want anyone to think that I didn't create this word. There are people already using this word in gyms. People have tattooed this word onto them, and it's a word that I created on Instagram. I started posting motivational content, and it just started blowing up. So much so that I'm at 1.6 million followers. As you could see, we're at 100,000 or around 130,000 on YouTube, around 700 on TikTok or 700,000 on TikTok, and we're constantly growing. And that has really built the presence of it. But in doing so, I created the meaning of Vawzen, which means the quality of being great and admired by the unwilling. What that essentially means is that you're so undeniably great that even the ones who hate you, even the ones who don't like you, still admire you. Just if, for example, Michael Jackson, the king of pop, imagine, right? If people don't like him, they still can't deny the fact that he's that great, that he was one of the best. They still maybe dance to his music. That is Vawzen. You're not just great. You're so great that people cannot deny how great your presence really is, which is what Vawzen means. Now, what did I even think of coming up with this word? Well, the way I came up with this word was essentially very simple. I thought people were using the word or the term great too often, champion too often. It was average, it felt like. I feel like Vawzen should only be used for the pinnacle. I really want people to know what it means, but I don't want it to be used in everyday language. I want it to be something that is a reward. If you get called Vawzen, you should be just grateful because of how great of a word that is. And to be even thought of that is insane, right? Just like, let's just say Muhammad Ali, right? He's Vawzen, right? No matter if you didn't like him or not, you couldn't deny his greatness. He was an extremely good boxer and things like that. So that is Vawzen. That is the word I've created, spelled Vawzen. And that's it. My name is Vawzen. I've changed my last name to Vawzen. It's truly insane. Now, I'm not going to change it until I am, or next year around 21, but I know I'm going to change it. It's going to be something that has transformed my life. And when you guys are seeing this, you probably will have seen this, and this video is probably decently old because I'm not going to publicize these videos. It's kind of something that I'm just posting, and if it goes viral, goes viral, but I'm not meaning to go viral. I'm meaning to document the Vawzen's legacy, to document my legacy, and just put it all in one vault, which is why this is called Vawzen's Vault. Now, what else is there to talk about? Well, right now, personally, I am 20 years old. And right now with my business, it's doing okay. As you can see, I have that money's coming in. My biggest problem right now is just networks. I feel like I can't really network as much as I wanted to. I'm currently still living in my mom's house. Now I have my dream car. The keys are right there. I mean, I'm making money. I could really move out if I wanted to, but it's just a matter of how intelligent are we going to be? Because I did that exact same thing. I moved out. I was paying 3K a month for this big home, and the business started doing a little bit worse, and then I just, you know what I mean? I was just too crazy, right? And what I'm talking about is just last year as a 19-year-old, I was getting all this money. I was making $25,000 every month, and I was just spending it. I got the car. I was spending it on this. I was spending it on that. I was just really not intelligent. And from going through the process of losing the home and barely being able to keep my car, now I'm fine now. But in that process, I learned the great lesson of patience and the great lesson of managing your money properly. What should you do now? Even though you want to get these things, you need to think very, very smart. You need to think extremely smart, and you need to be thinking multiple months, if not years ahead. And that's what I've learned so far. Now, what's the plans in the future for Vawzen Walls? You can see this is episode 1, and this is called What is Vawzen? Just kind of declaring what Vawzen is, what this channel is going to be about. It's just going to be really a mixture. I want you to think of the Joe Rogan podcast. You know how Joe Rogan's always talking to people? Well, I'm just going to be talking by myself about my dreams, about life. And then sometimes I'll bring people on, right? So maybe come up some of my buddies, interesting people in the future, maybe my family, my mother. It's really just a vault here. This is not meant to go viral. It's kind of just meant to document the Vawzen life, because what I want for Vawzen is to build a legacy so great that just the word Vawzen has just become so prestige. And I'm not sure how the legacy will continue with Vawzen, but I love it because with Mr. Beast, when he passes away, God forbid it, when he passes away, his last video will be posted, and that's the last Mr. Beast will be ever be able to do, unless he has an AI or something, but it's not Mr. Beast. You know what I mean? So even with a great legacy like him, he's destroyed all of us in terms of the YouTube game. But if I slowly, from generation to generation, give my kids the Vawzen last name, we continue to grow. They continue to understand how great Vawzen means, and they build it and build it and build it. The brand, they build the legacy, and they build themselves. As a matter of time, we will be bigger than almost everyone, right? Now, that may cause problems and things like that. My goal is not to be the most famous family, right? With Vawzen, my goal is just to be a powerful family, a family that is wealthy, a family that can take care of themselves, a family that has a great legacy and is taking care of the Vawzen legacy with its all, with everything, right? So that's essentially this first episode, and I can talk more and we can go through different things, but right now I'm filming with my Rode mic. As you can see, my setup, I want to improve this setup, and I'm filming with my camera. It's a Lumix. I think it's a S5 II. So yeah, I mean, right now the date is November 20th. And yeah, that's pretty much it. November 20th, 2025. It's going to be 2026 soon. In terms of my life, everyone except for my stepfather is still alive. I have, which is his name was Jair Cortez, and he was my stepfather. He raised me for a majority of my life. That's why I'm changing my name. If you guys don't understand, why would you not keep your father's legacy? Well, my father was in my life probably to around 6 years old or 7 years old, and then he moved away, and he moved away for a while. You know, he still texts me things like that, but it's not like he was my father. He was more of like a really good friend, right? You know, he would help me with things. He was very nice to me, but I didn't feel like he was my father, right? I felt like Jair definitely was more of a father figure, and he's one of the ones that I've lost. Now I've lost no one else, and I make sure to tell everyone I love them. I know that it's bound to happen. We're all bound to die, and really all I want to be left with when I die is at least multiple children who can build their own legacy, but also build Vawzen's legacy, because that's what makes us different. That's insane, because once I change my last name to Vawzen, will be the first Vawzen ever. Um, Now, I might do it sooner, to be honest. You guys will see when I document it. But as soon as I do that, my son or daughter will be the first Vawzen ever, the first born Vawzen. And to me, that means everything. It might not be anything crazy to you guys, but I created a legacy of Vawzen. I'm building it to an unsurmountable level. And the fact that I changed my legacy, and I'm able to help my children change their legacy, meaning there won't just be another, and I'm not going to say my last name, but they won't just be that last name. They won't just be like that. They'll have a legacy that is cultivated for them so they can truly become something great. Not saying they wouldn't, but with the great last name and the standards that we have with Vawzen, it will be hard not to be great, right? So yeah, basically just letting you know what Vawzen means, what my plan is for the future, for the legacy of Vawzen, where I'm at now, which is the business is okay. I'm currently doing maybe 8 to 10,000 hours a month just from the business. And obviously, I know it's going to scale. I think my biggest problem now is just networks. I fail to have people who are on the same level as me. And I think it's harder because I can do it only through Zoom calls. I live right now in Los Fresnos, Texas. Like, it's a small little town right next to the border of Mexico. So it's like, where can I really gain good connections? And all the guys that I really know are in either Miami, They're in Dallas, and that's just, you got to take the leap of faith, right? And you guys will see my journey over the next few years as I continue to create more content just on this page, and you'll see my life change. Because right now, I'm at where I'm at. I'm 20 years old, as you can see. I'm in my room, and I've got my YouTube plaque. Eventually, I'll have more, but I want to change this backdrop to a black bookshelf that's behind me. We could still keep the lights, but a black bookshelf. We'll put that. We'll put more of my achievements on there, because I don't. This looks odd, right? It's just one YouTube plaque. If there's another, I think it would be cool, but it just looks a little odd. So other than that, yeah, that's the plan. And for the next episode, I'll kind of just film when I want to. It's not really going to be a standard thing. The goal is to just continue, right? And if you're watching this somehow, then comment down below, what else you want me to talk about. I love talking about Voz, about the legacy, about my future. I just love it. It's just so beautiful, and I'm so passionate about it. So go ahead, and without further ado, this is the first episode ever of Voz and Volt for something that could be going for a very, very long time. So without further ado, thank you so much, and let's continue to be Voz.